Monday morning. How are you this morning? How was your weekend? I hope that it was good. Mine was busy as normal, but I have everything wrapped. I think I have actually every single thing I'm supposed to have wrapped unless something arrives today. But I am so darn proud of myself. And I've got pies made and I've got all the stuff to just bust out the cookies. I just need to stay in my kitchen for about 5 hours and I can pull that off. But all in all, I think I'm cruising along. It is Christmas week, everybody. Merry Christmas. And so excited. Just love this time of year and ready, though, for it to all change back to normal. I know that is so weird, but I've already started changing the music out so that it automatically does it sometime Christmas Day and start doing all that. But yes, I am that person that wants to get it going. And then when I'm done, I'm done. And so I'm going to be done and done. Had such a great weekend. I had, what did I do Friday night? Friday night we did dinner and came home. I think we watched Christmas fights, fights. I love that. And then on Saturday, had a funeral to go to for Kevin McNulty. And it was so nice to hear all the things from all around the world that everyone was saying, and got to see several people I hadn't seen in a while. So that was so nice. And I had to scoot on out of there because I had another thing I had to be at. And then we took my grandson and his girlfriend out to dinner, and we had the nicest dinner. It was so much fun. We just hung out, tried different things, and even saw Christmas lights and just thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. So we decided to do a memory with our grandson, and we're trying to change things up and do things a little bit different. And so that was really nice. And then yesterday, of course, was football and wrapping, and Tim made this good homemade stew that we had for dinner last night because the temperature had dropped. We were sitting out there watching football, and I was cold. I had to have the heater on. Now, I'm normally okay, and Tim's putting on the heater first, and then I'm just enjoying it. We actually had to put the heater on yesterday when I was sitting out there. Buffalo pulled it off. Yay. So that was exciting. And then we watched a Christmas movie, and we watched Christmas night fights and light fight. I can't say that 3 times fast, but we just had a busy, good weekend. Today is going to be a great day. I am already busting it here at WAPN. Going to get ready to box all the gifts because tomorrow is the big food drop, toy drop. So if you have not got me your unwrapped new toys, drop them by to WAPN today. Now, I'm going to be in and out of WAPN all day today, which is normal. That is my new life. But that is what's great about having a drop off. That's what's great about having cameras. So you can bring your new toys. If I'm not here, there is a green crate. It will trigger the camera. I will come back and get them. But if you could drop them by or put them on the white bench, nobody's going to take them. There's cameras everywhere. And we really appreciate it. So I'm going to be boxing up all the toys later on. Tomorrow is the big food drop, toy drop. So that's at Calvary Christian Center. If you want to volunteer, I'd really appreciate it. We need you there at 9 a.m. to help volunteer, help organize toys, help bag food, whatever it is you could do. And then it starts at 11 o'clock, usually lasts a couple hours. I can usually only stay till noon. So, but I appreciate being able to be part of it. I love being part of Daytona Dream Center, Calvary Christian Center, Second Harvest Food Bank, and everybody that's been bringing toys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be boxing them up. My SUV should be full. So that's pretty darn exciting. That is a desire of my heart to have a full SUV to go drop off. So that is tomorrow. Busy helping. Yvonne's got a wedding today, so I was going to go do therapy. That's what I call it. And get to play with candles and flowers and all that fun stuff. I was at her shop the other day, and I thought I saw my SUV, my old SUV. And I was like, that looks like my old SUV. And then I see Clay pull in and to buy flowers. It was so cute. And it was so neat to see him driving it. Bittersweet. That was, a really good car to me and my family. But I'm so thankful that somebody got it that is going to appreciate it and be able to have wonderful memories in it. So, but it was kind of cool, kind of weird, to see that. And so I'm going to go do some therapy, as I call it, for about an hour this morning. Then I'm going to come back here and kick it in high gear. Gonna go get some glasses fixed today. Go by and see Miss Wanda. Keep Miss Wanda in prayer for her body to strengthen. Whatever the Lord's will is, sometimes we have to just give it to God and trust, and that's really hard. I know with me, through several things in my life, it was part of my testimony, and I had to go through something, and I did not like it at the time. But now I can look back and say, but God, but God, but God. So whatever God is doing right now, allow him just to do it. I know there's several people that are sick and been in and out of the hospital. Another good friend of ours, Don, was back in the hospital. He got out last night. Praise the Lord. So for Don's body just to get strong and to be healed, I mean, he is a miracle, a miracle. And then, of course, we've been praying for Mark's dad, and we've just been praying for so many people. I love that we are a praying radio station. I love that we can put it out there, and people all over the world are standing in the gap and praying for us and believing and trusting God with us, and then sharing that miracle or that testimony that God does. And so thankful for WAPN. And if you have a prayer request, you can send it over to WAPN.net. Click on prayer request, put it right there. You can always text me and I can add it for you, or you can call in live. And today is Living Faith. The ladies will be in the house. They are such prayer warriors. I love it when they're in the house, and Miss Veronica usually gets all the prayer requests together for them. So it is a very special place here at WAPN, and I'm so honored that I get to run it and take care of it, and I get to be part of the community. That is a desire of my heart, to be part of this community. I love our community. I love where I play, where I work, where I live, and getting to be out there and doing stuff. People always ask me, well, why do you volunteer here? Why do you do that? Are you burning yourself out? Actually, it's fueling me. I love people. I love being part of the community. I love the different ministries. I love that I can be doing all that kind of stuff. And God keeps me strong. He answers the desire of my heart. And when I was young, I never forget when I was a young girl, I wanted to be a pink lady. And what a pink lady is, that she works in the hospital and brings like the cards or the flowers around, or, gets a warm blanket for somebody as they're waiting for somebody that's having surgery, or, tells them the information or whatever it is. And I always thought that would be a fun thing to do, because if you don't know this about me, I kind of have an outgoing personality. And so that would be something that I wanted to do. And, God gives you every desire of your heart. It's not your way or the timing that you want. His way and how he wants to do it. And so now I get to be kind of like the pink lady on steroids. I get to volunteer. I get to be a caretaker. I get to help people. And I really thoroughly enjoy it. And so I'm so thankful that I get to do it a different way. Because probably my way, the way I would have been putting myself in a box, being tied down more. God's way is so much better, because I could be here, there, and everywhere and just love it. So I'm so thankful that God did that for me, and so thankful that I have a job that I can juggle and work around and do around. WAPN is a special place. We are 40 years old now, and it is the end of the month, and we'll be going into a new year. But maybe you'd like to give an end of the year donation to WAPN. If you'd like to help sponsor WAPN, maybe you've thought, hey, I'd like to get a program on WAPN. I would love to talk to you about getting a program on WAPN or a prayer line, whatever you're thinking of doing. Let's make it happen. But if you'd like to donate to WAPN, you can come on by the radio station at 1508 State Avenue right here in Holly Hill, and you can donate right here by throwing it through the mail drop. We have a mail drop. You can do your dollars, your fives, your hundreds, your thousands that way. Or you can head on over to our website, WAPN.net, and you can give right there, a one-time gift, a monthly partner, whatever you'd like to do. We also have Cash App and Venmo and Apple Pay and all that fun stuff. So there's all different kinds of ways to give, and we really appreciate that you give to WAPN and believe in WAPN and sponsor WAPN. It keeps us going. The day-to-day needs are met by the ministries of WAPN, and the over and above gifts are the stuff that helps pay for the different things and the different prices that have gone up and different things. We've tried to keep our rates very reasonable so that anybody can have an opportunity to be part of the WAPN family. So I really appreciate everybody that believes in WAPN, prays for WAPN, and supports WAPN. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And 2026 is coming, and I haven't had a word word yet of what I feel 2026 is, but I do know that this year was a year of grace. I do know that I look back on 2025 and the grace that God gave me through so many circumstances in 2025, and I'm so thankful for it. And, we all get a word, or there's a word that's going to be, and I love it at the end of the year when you go back and you reflect and you look and see just how the grace that God gave you to make it through this year, and that we turned 40 years old and that we're able to be on the air. And for my health, I'm so thankful. I had this weird infection, and then it went away, and then it decides to party again. But I am thankful. I know that seems weird that I am thankful for it, but it has made me stronger. It has made me trust God more. It has made me push through more. I always knew I was tough, and I always knew that I was stubborn. I know y'all don't know that about me, that I'm stubborn, but I'm very stubborn. And it's funny because, when you're healthy and you feel great, it's easy to show up, and it's easy to push through, and it's easy to do this, and it's easy to do that. But when you don't feel good, that is when it's harder, and that's when you really got to trust God. And that's when you really have to have grace, because, sometimes your attitude might not be the best or whatever. And so I keep showing up. And God keeps doing his part. And I love it that God keeps doing his part, because I was somewhere the other day and, I was a little tired, and I thought, I'm not going to go. I'm going to change my plans. I'm just going to, put my jammies on, lay on the couch, we'll lay in my recliner and go to bed decent. And God said, no, you're going to push through. And, I'm so thankful that I did push through, because when I pushed through, God showed up even more. And so I'm thankful that the things that I've went through this year. I'm thankful that I look back and we were able to party for our 40th year. I didn't know what we were going to do. And God did it perfectly and better than I ever imagined. And, that's the neat thing about God. He knows every desire of your heart. And it is his timing, and I, this time of year, used to really, really struggle with this time of year. And now I look at this time of year and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for the wonderful memories I've had. I'm thankful that I get to go to my parents' old home, which is my daughter's home, and eat, meal this Wednesday night and celebrate with the kids. I'm thankful for my grandchildren. I'm thankful for our children. I'm thankful that, they're all happily and married, and that they all have good jobs, and that they're stable. And it's just, the desires of your heart as you're praying for your children as they're growing up. And then when God does it, you're just in awe, but you've been praying for that. And you just go, wow. But God, but God, but God. And I look around every day and I'm just in awe of the things that God does. He keeps showing up. He keeps giving grace. He keeps doing the hallelujah, no matter where we are at. And if we are weak, he holds on, he helps us. He strengthens us. He carries us if we allow it. And that's the thing, we have to allow it. And I struggled with that because, being a stubborn person, I want to do it. I. And God said, we. And I've been very, very thankful that God has changed my attitude about that and has allowed me to lean on him and say, I am not strong enough to do this. I cannot do this, but we together can make this happen. And I look back at 2025 and I see that all the different things that God did in my life and all the different things he is doing in my life. And I am thankful, and some of them, like I said, were not the way I expected them or wanted them or even desired for them to happen. But he knew the best for me, and he did the best for my situation. And so as I reflect on this great year and all the things of WAPN and all the things of my life and my family and all that, I'm looking forward to 2026. It's just a whole new era. It's a whole new, it's okay to say your desires, and it's okay to have your opinion on things, and it's okay to be okay, and that's a funny thing to say. It's okay to be okay. But sometimes I think that we think everybody wants us to do a certain thing or be a certain way, and it's okay to be okay. So whatever you're dealing with today, I ask God to come right into wherever you're at, your home, your car, your motorcycle, your airplane, wherever you're at, and just touch you and give you strength and encourage you today, because it is going to be a great day, an awesome week ahead. And I can't wait to look back and see what God did this week. It is Jesus' birthday this week. So that is the reason for this week. Be kind to those who don't celebrate and smile at those who do, and just have a great week. And I will be in and out. Like I said, tomorrow I will be at the food drop all day. So I'm super excited about that. Come out and volunteer with me at 9:00. Let's get our favor on and let's get this day going. If you can learn to stay in an attitude of faith in the darkest hour and boldly declare the favor of God, nothing is going to be able to keep you down. I love that. Stay strong, people. God's got you, and he's got a great plan. It is Monday, December 22nd, 2025. 73 today with a low of 59. Madison, 71 with a low of 45. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, Erica and Kelly and Nancy and Addison and Carol and Meg and everybody else celebrating a birthday, anniversary, whatever you're celebrating. Happy. Today is National Date Nut Bread Day. Remember, tomorrow, if you want to volunteer at Calvary Christian Center with Daytona Dream Center, 9 a.m. If you've got gifts that you unwrap, toys that you want to bring them by today at the station, 1508 State Avenue in Holly Hill. I'll see them on the camera. I'll come back and get them. And come out and volunteer 9:00 if you are in need. It's 11:00, but you need to get in line ahead of time. First come, first serve. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. Look forward to volunteering and just spreading the love of Jesus. Well, y'all have a wonderful, great day. I am praying for you.